Hi. It's kind of wild that it's 2026. Um, and the last time I posted a video was 2024. It feels like yesterday I posted a vlog. Like it feels like yesterday I posted to YouTube. Um, so this is really fun and interesting to come back to YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. If you don't know me, my name's Marissa, or Riss, and yeah, I mean, yeah. This is gonna be really awkward, like me coming back to YouTube. But um, I just took kind of a break from uploading videos. Like I just got busy, life got kind of hectic. I got a new job and things were changing there. Things were changing in my personal life too, and I wanted to make videos. I love making videos. I actually recorded a bunch of videos to like put together. I was gonna post another vlog, but every time I would watch the footage, I would just be like, it's kind of giving like bored. It's kind of giving like snooze fest. But then I decided that this year, that shouldn't matter. What should matter is if I'm having fun making the content, and I do have fun making videos and talking to myself because to me it's kind of like a diary, a video diary, which is what we're gonna get into is journaling. Hey, today the topic is my journaling ecosystem and kind of like what I have planned for 2026. So I liked journaling, and YouTube is just kind of another form of that for me and how I want to use YouTube. Um, so yeah, just wanted to share kind of what I have planned. Maybe it'll inspire you to do something similar, or if you are not too sure kind of what you want to do with your journaling system, or even if you want to journal next year. Hopefully this might give you some ideas on where to get started and how to get started. So let's get into it. Okay, this year is a big year. Sorry, I had a cold or something. Something was wrong with me over last weekend, and I think I now have a sinus infection. Who knows? So I've been taking medicine, and it hasn't gone away. I'm still coughing. I don't really quite know what's going on, so sorry about that. But we persevere nonetheless. We push through. 2026, we're doing 6 notebooks. No, one, two, three, four, five. 5 notebooks. Um, all with different. I know you're like, wow, that's a lot. Trust me, it'll make sense, or it won't. Um, and I'll go through them in depth in a little bit, but I'll just do a quick overview, and then I wanted to talk about why I think journaling is important, and maybe give you some encouragement to start journaling, because I really do believe that everybody should journal, regardless. Like everybody should journal. I think it's such a good experience, and it's really helped me. I really started journaling last year, and I've noticed a big improvement in certain areas of my life. So here's a quick overview, and then I'll go into some stuff, and then we'll go into detail. So this one is a little red hardcover moleskin. And this book is going to be dedicated to listing things. So like, as you can see, I haven't really gotten that many lists done yet. To-do lists, pros and cons lists. Something that I do a lot is I make wish lists a lot of like things I want, because I used to be a really, really bad impulse buyer. Like if I wanted something, I would just find it and buy it. Like even if it was like the cheapest option, or maybe like it wasn't like the best quality, I would be like, oh well, I want it, so I'm just gonna buy this one. That's not a good thing to do. Because then I get the item and I'm like, well, I wish I just saved up or like waited to get like maybe the more expensive version, or like the higher quality version. Um, so what I've been doing recently is making wish lists of like, if, and I've seen this on TikTok where people make a TikTok or add a TikTok clip to a video every time they want something. So they'll be like, I want DoorDash, or I want, miscellaneous stuff. That's basically what I'm doing, but in my notebook. Just anytime I have a thought of wanting to wanting to buy a particular item, I'll just write it down. So all I have right here right now is a shower oil and a nightgown. And I did get a nightgown. I did get a really nice quality cotton nightgown. So now I get to cross it off because I got that. But I also do this to save it for later, basically. So like in a few months, or when I have my money up again, I'll come back to the list. Or like if I'm thinking like, mainly it's like if I'm thinking I want to buy something, it's like, no, let's look back at my wish list and see other things that I wanted, and maybe there's something that I want even more than what I'm wanting right now. Like the other day I wanted to get a new set of highlighters. Mind you, I have a highlighters at home, so we didn't need that. So I wrote it down in my wish list, got home, saw the highlighters, deleted it off my wish list because we don't need that. We have highlighters at home. We have McDonald's at home. So it's helpful in that sense too. But just like general list, I have the things I want to do, kind of like a bucket list, if you will, but stuff I want to research later. This book stays in my purse, goes everywhere with me. It's also kind of like, what I'm planning is that it's going to be a brain dump, so that if I don't have my other journal with me, I can like jot down ideas, and then later when I get home or something where I'm like in a space where I can write, then I'll write it all down in my big journal. Also, if you're wondering, this is my favorite pen. This one and the Uniball pens. This one is, oh, it's also Uniball Jetstream 0.5. I love this pen very much. Okay, one sec. Okay, I had to blow my nose. I love being sick. The next journal I have is this blue hardcover moleskin. It's a little bit bigger. Here's comparison to the red one, and this is the same size that I had last year. Last year I had a lecture and I really liked it, and this is my first year trying out moleskin, so we'll see which one I prefer. This one is my brain dump. Like long form writing is going in here, ideas that I have, or like planning out ideas. I want to do like, and I'll show later because that has to do with my big green journal. This is one of the things I wanted to do this year, was like write a curriculum for myself, kind of. So each month I wanted to read, watch, listen to things that revolved around a certain theme, and I planned that out in my lecture. So, you know, planning ideas like that, or even like planning video ideas will definitely be in here as well too. But also like diary, like, you know, personal stuff. Writing about my day. Like, see here, I have my 2026 mood board and kind of like a little blurb about what I want to do in 2026 and kind of stuff like that. I have planning ideas. I was trying to plan a 75 hard/soft challenge for myself. I don't even really know what that means, but like setting goals for like a specific amount of days, I think that would be fun. And I can talk about that in another video if y'all want to see that, because I think that would be fun to do. And I can document my journey, which actually we'll do that. Okay, then I'll get to this curriculum one in a second, because these are like my two fun journals. If you know me from deco community, love you dearly. This is my deco journal. I started it in 2023, and I honestly haven't really come back to it that often, because the previous 2 years I had the Hobonichi weeks, and that's where I would do my deco, only in the weeks. Or the year before it, last year, 2024, I had the Techo, I think, the smaller like monthly or daily planner. So I would deco in those two, but this year I'm not doing that. This year, no Hobonichi. I realized I wasn't planning anything. Like I'm not really a planner in that sense. I use my Google Calendar to do like what I would use a planner for. So I don't really need to spend $70, $80 on a planner, which let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Write that down. Pin that to talk about later because yeah, pin that. Okay. So yeah, you know, like cute little stickers. Oh, Aki Angel. Okay, come on. What else we got in here? Watakoi, Sakura. You know, like little. Oh, I'm not even showing you. Can you see? You know, like my little journals, my little decos. Lord of the Rings. So yeah, I want to start filling this up again. This was the last one I did. I actually did this one yesterday. I came back to it. Here's a little IU. I really like this one. Kind of pinky purpley tones. So yeah, I definitely want to get back into doing this because it's been a while since I have done deco. This is going to be my junk journal. So this one is like, what do they call it? I like when people call it crow journal, like collecting trash and putting it in a journal. Love that. Love that, by the way. Because to me, it's not trash. To me, it's precious. Here's my first spread. So it's just a bunch of different like stuff that I've collected. I really liked this sticker and I never really knew where to put it because it's so big. But I feel like it matched the theme pretty well. This is actually like, I put a photo card sleeve and it's like an art photo card from like this artist I really like. They did the New Jeans album, if you know what I'm talking about. I'll put a picture. That's the artist and I really like their art. So I wanted to put it in the spread. So I just taped a sleeve to the page, which I honestly might start doing with my photo cards because this next part will explain that. Oh, this was a flop Christmas spread. I don't really like it, but it's okay. So I'm a former K-pop collector. Albums, photo cards, I collected it all. Merch, anything, everything, collected it. Season's greetings, oof, don't even get me started about a season's greetings. If you know, you know. And so I have this like accumulation of stuff that I love. I adore my K-pop albums. I adore my photo cards that I still have. Like they hold so much meaning to me because that's such like an important part of my life. I love K-pop, but I find that I'm not like looking at it. Like I'm not looking through my photo card binder unless I have something else to add, which I'm not really collecting like that anymore. So I don't. So I wanted to start, that's a good idea for me, is to start making like spreads in my deco journal and just taping the photo cards in there because I look through my journals more than I look through like the albums or like my collection book, my binder. So that was something else that I wanted to do with this journal was I took some of the K-pop albums that I like didn't want to keep as an album anymore and then made like scrapbook pages. So this is Chill Kill. I had 2 different versions of Chill Kill. That's my brain tingling that I was really over consuming this K-pop overconsumption tease. Okay. So anyways, I had like 3 different versions of Feel My Rhythm. You know, like just like I didn't need that many, so I decided to like scrapbook it so like I could still like technically have the album, but it's here. It lives in my journal now. And it'll always live in my journal for me to look back at. And I'm really happy with this because it's clearing space on my shelves, which I really wanted to do because right, overconsumption core, I want to start collecting plushies again, but I only want to buy like secondhand ones. So that's my junk journal slash me complaining about overconsumption but still doing it. Yeah, right. Okay, so anyways, this is my green moleskin hardcover. It's humongous. I love the size. I think it's a little bit smaller than 8.5 by 11. But this is a good size. It's empty ATM, but I wanted to do like that curriculum thing I was talking about. So in here is where I'll document like my review or kind of like my process, or even like writing down notes, like almost like I'm studying. Because one of my goals this year was to get back into learning. Since I graduated college, I feel like I've been looking for something to relearn. Um, Last year I tried to get into movies, kind of like analyzing movies in a more insightful way. I feel like before I was just reviewing the movie and I'm like, yeah, slay. But now I'm like actually thinking about why I liked the movie. Like what kind of meaning did it have to me? And so like that stuff that I want to write down in this book is stuff like that. Like the intellectual side. Hashtag thought daughter series. Um but yeah. So I also will make a video about that too, because I wanted to have that documented. Actually, no, I don't think I need a video. I'll just like post my curriculum, unless you want to, unless you think a video would be fun. But yeah, that's the main gist of all my journals. I can't believe I've been talking for almost 19 minutes about them. Like I said, I love journaling. It's become a big passion of mine. I think it's really important to get your ideas written down on pen and paper because it's so much more impactful. And you can also look back at the notes that you've written. Like I was looking back at my journal from last year, and there was so much that I low-key forgot about, and then I read my journal and I was like, oh, I did do that last year, and I forgot that was last year. So I think that's really fun too, to like help your memory. It also helps me voice my ideas better, like talk, like say them, because I feel like before I wasn't good at explaining things. I feel like I'm low-key still not good at explaining things, but I think it's like maybe part to do with my ADHD. I get so, see right now I just did it. I get so off the rails with topics, but journaling has taught me to be more centralized in my thinking and kind of have like a point. Like we need to get to the point, girl. So that's what I like about journaling, is that it's helped me in that area. So that was an insecurity of mine for a while, but I feel a lot more confident now doing that. And yeah, I just love writing things down, and it's also very mindful to get it out, you know. A lot of the stuff that like pent up emotions, it's not good to have them in there like that. So getting them down on paper kind of releases them. And it has helped me get more in touch with my emotions, because as I'm writing it down, I'm figuring out along the way what it is I'm really feeling. So if I'm upset about something, writing it down has helped me target like what it is that's actually upsetting me, and not just being like, ugh, this and this and that. It's like, no, okay, like what is this and this and that? Like, let's write it down. Let's get to the point. Let's get to the point. Let's get to the point. So yeah, that's kind of it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please let me know, because I really want to answer any questions that you might have. And maybe if you want to start journaling but don't know where, or don't know if it's for you, let me know. I would love to talk with you about it, and kind of encourage you more to get into it. And it's really so easy. Like, it doesn't even have to be anything serious. Like, I think my first journal entries are me writing down ideas that I want to explore. So like, you don't even have to do like a diary. Like, literally just writing down anything is important and helpful to your brain and your long-term brain health. So yeah, that's it, really. Like I said, let me know if you have any questions. Sorry about my cough. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making this, and I'm hoping to make a big return back to the YouTube. Back to YouTube. So yeah, bye.